My name is Zach George. I'm a YouTube dog trainer. I'm speaking to my subscribers now. There are going to be some things that you'll come to learn about us in the next few weeks. I just want you to know that no matter how it may look, I only had you in my heart. Guess what? We are getting a brand new puppy! This is actually only gonna be the second puppy that you and I have gotten as a couple in our entire relationship, and we've been together like forever.
That's true.
Naturally, we are going to show you every little thing we teach this puppy, how we do it, and of course all of the troubleshooting you have to do when raising a puppy, because no two puppies are alike.
This puppy was actually born on the streets in Mexico.
Mexico?
Yes. Right now she's in foster care and she's been shipped to Oregon.
Oregon? You're getting a totally untrained puppy, and you're going to bring that puppy into the cabin of an airplane with you?
I'm hoping these are gonna help.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're definitely gonna need a way to have your treats with you, and we got some good treats here, and then something to entertain her with. That must be a new addition to the PupBox.
You can put peanut butter on it.
It just sucks onto a surface and you
my
put
God.
peanut butter right there. With every PupBox, you get this training card as well. It's incredibly packed with information on things you should be working on that particular month with your dog. If you guys want to pick up a PupBox, I'm going to have details in the description.
I'll see you in Oregon.
I cannot believe that I'm flying across the country to get this puppy. I've gotten to know the rescue she's from though, and I fell in love with her when I saw her online. She was found in the streets in Mexico with her siblings and rescued, and now she's ready for a permanent home. I hope she likes me. I hope Zach likes her too.
Ah! I'm here. I think I'm supposed to pick her up on this bridge.
Hi, it's you. Hey, precious. You're so cute. I can't wait to DNA test you.
She climbed on me. Oh, you guys. She's already doing all I ever wanted her to do. The takeoff, the scariest part.
Inertia's probably like, here we go again, another puppy. No, but this one we're actually keeping. We just committed to adopting a dog that we've never even met. Happy wife, happy life. I'm nervous deep down how are her and Inertia going to get along. I mean, every dog is different. You have to work within every dog's ability. Does she like to play? Is she more shy? How smart is she? Bree is on like zero rest. So my job should be interesting tonight. I'm going to come in and hopefully be the hero and do my overnight shift with the new puppy. I think I'm gonna follow my similar protocol with this. Hopefully I can get her comfortable in the crate. I mean, I'm really focused mostly on the next several days with her of just getting to know her. What's her personality like? We have some big life changes planned for the next several months, and involving a puppy in those life changes. We're not having a baby. With so many unknowns, I understand the myriad of things that can happen when you're training a dog. Hold on, Bree's calling me. It's going to be a rough night for me tonight.
We're going to meet Zach. I'm so excited.
This is a dog that I've committed to having for the next 15 plus years, hopefully. Knowing the commitment that's ahead of me, it's both exciting, very exciting, but it's also kind of terrifying. All right, we're here, but I don't see anyone.
Hi.
Hey, this is my first glimpse of her.
All right, what do you think? You better like her because I love her.
We're home. This reminds me of the opening of Gremlins when they get that Sasquatch, or what's it called?
It's a mogwai.
Yeah, Mogwai. That's what it reminds me of.
Aww.
And like, it's almost midnight. Oh gosh. You were saying that you had her on leash just by her collar because the foster said when she tried to put a harness on her, she just freaked out, right?
Yes.
I've got to take her outside to go potty, but the thing is, with a leash on her, she's not likely to do well with a leash. It's like opening a present. In the last 4 days, she's been from Mexico to Oregon to Atlanta to here, and here's New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm gonna put her on this collar right now, though. A harness is ideal. There's small gaps over here that maybe she could get through if she wanted to. Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
You think she's cute?
She's so cute and little.
This is my first time playing with her. Do you think Inertia's gonna like her?
I think so. I hope so. Go ahead, take it. If you're wondering what her name is, she's still nameless. Bree is taking the lead on her name. So for right now, I'll just have to work around that technicality. What? That's how you sound? So she sees Bree over there. It's throwing her off. You don't recognize her from a distance. This is normal. She's a little fearful, but there she goes. It's like she's
You've got a
happy now.
voice. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Hi.
So now Bree has gone back inside and she seems to observe her, and we've given her a chew to enjoy. So barking like you just saw too, that's totally normal. Not something worth correcting or whatever, because it's clearly from a place of unsureness. The temptation in these first few days, especially for a dog trainer like myself, is to just train her, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get to know her. Okay, of course I'm going to do that, but within reason. One thing that I'm going to be relying on heavily over the next 24 hours at least is this turbo tendon. They've been really amazing with the last few dogs in these series that we filmed. Needless to say, I think these are fast becoming a standard for the first day that I spend with any dog I'm working with. Yes, Pupford is a long-standing sponsor of our YouTube channel. Sponsor or not though, I'm a customer of their products for life. She's really into that. I want to take it away, but I'm going to be careful. So I'm going to distract her a little bit rather than just being confrontational. Let's see if this works. Trying to just get her. There we go. Good. Before she gets into that, I'm going to take it. So we're doing all right. We're going to go inside now, but she still hasn't peed. This is her first time in the house. She hears Inertia upstairs. I guess we can have her say hi to Inertia. There's a puppy downstairs. Okay, I know you're anxious to meet her. Don't come on so strong. Relax, I know you're excited. Here, say hi. It's normal, I know. Okay, back up.
What do you think?
Oh, hello. Go back up. Lie down. So I'm trying not to let her get overwhelmed by Inertia, but I wanted Inertia to have a chance to say hi to her. You're being very good. Stay.
Hi.
Say hi. Okay. Come. Lie down. Good girl. Well, I've been told she can be anxious in the crate, but I'm going to see if we can get her in there voluntarily. Because ideally, it'd be great if she'd go in there and sleep. I'm not counting on that. I'm counting on putting her to sleep and then maybe placing her in there, but we'll see. Let me grab a chew for her. We'll see how she does. Okay. So far, so good. Let's see if she takes to it or whatever. I know. Interesting, huh? Notice how we're keeping her on leash here as well. She's still getting used to that collar. Okay, she's quite the athlete, it looks like. Enjoy your honeymoon period.
I heard a rumor crate training might not be easy.
She'll go in there, but she's like, nah, I'm not into this anymore. I'd rather be out here. This is more exciting.
She loves people.
That's good. This is what I've been waiting for, but now I gotta get the leash off at least. Since she's so into that, I think I can get away with this. Now, I could get lucky and she could just fall asleep and we could get a fresh start tomorrow. I doubt that'll be the case, but she's content in there right now, and that's really what I want, is her having a good association with that crate. And in this case, you know, it's not just about putting treats in there and getting her to go in there. It's about letting her enjoy that chew. She's in a positive frame of mind, and hopefully that'll propel us to success. So now there's our first, let me out of here. So I'm gonna let her out, but before she stresses, trying to catch her in a moment of calm. Here. So there, I didn't want to push her to the point where she just started freaking out and panicking. So I want to let her know that, hey, this opens too. You're not in jail all the time. The reason that I like to use a crate is for moments when we can't tend to her. It's a place for her to be safe. First night with a new puppy that I just met. This is nuts. Good. Nice job. I'm gonna let her chew on it this time with the door open, and then we'll close the door for a second, gauge reaction. Everything looks fine, although if you want this is the only place you're gonna get that for now. You can tell that that barking has worked for her, even in probably the few days that she was in foster. I want to let her out during moments of quiet. Okay, go on.
What I know about the few days that she was in foster is that she didn't like her crate, and so she slept in the bed, which I do not blame them for.
Yeah, and that might be the case tonight for a bit, but I mean, it's going to be really important for me and us to get her comfortable with being alone in a crate in order to minimize the likelihood of separation anxiety. So my hypothesis is by getting them comfortable with being alone, especially overnight, though tonight might be an exception, given all she's been through, that we're more likely to prevent severe anxiety in the future.
Oh look, she went in there on her own again.
Yeah, she did.
Good for you.
So we're not forcing her to stay in there. I'm not closing it to keep her in there, further validating her fear, trying to counter condition her association with being in a crate.
Going in there and being in there are not always the same.
The temptation here, it's like, oh, she goes in, she lays down, she must be doing great, and the temptation is just to close it and lock her up, you know? So that's why I want to continue to have her come in, come out. Sometimes it's closed. Sometimes it's open. Good girl.
Yay.
As expected, the bed is where she seems to be doing okay right now. But this is all done with the aim of easing her into the crate. But she's pretty active right now. Yeah, see, she's learning that her food and water is in there, so that's good. So she went from the bed into there. I've got her attached to me with a leash because there's too much to get into. She's good at jumping, isn't she? And we're just really hoping she's gonna check out at some point. That may be some time. I mean, in general, puppies do sleep a whole lot. So I'm really holding out hope that we can get a good night's sleep, both of us tonight, so that the next several days are, you know, on our schedule. When we're talking about positive reinforcement training a lot, the natural thing that comes up is, well, you have to correct dogs, right? You've got to correct them. How else are they going to learn? And management is one of those things that it seems simple, but I don't have to worry about correcting her from chewing up the carpet or getting into things right now because she's on a leash, see? I mean, she'd like to go over there, but in due time. Right, she's settling a little bit. And the good thing about chews like this is that she's not going through them quickly. They last a long time because you wouldn't want her consuming them. Since our puppy is in a brand new place, it would easily make sense that she'd become nervous of things that she doesn't understand. Someone's got her attention. What is it? I'm gonna let her go check it out. Let's go check it out. Let's see what it is. What is it you're barking at? Come on. You wanna go see? Is it the door? What is it? What is it? Is it this? I think she may have seen the PupBox over there. Ooh, that looks like fun. Let's see if we can get her mind on something else here. So there, I don't know what she was barking at. May have been the box. She was looking over there in that direction. Maybe not. But either way, getting her focused on something that's less stressful is the path of least resistance at the moment. Yeah, she's teething away though. She's definitely in that teething phase. So I want to make sure I have lots of appropriate things for her to chew on. Meanwhile, she's not showing many signs of wanting to go to bed, which I expected. So it's all good. Taking another potty break. I've been giving her lots of opportunity. Yeah, she's definitely sniffing. I have a strong hunch she's got to go potty. There we go. 2 for 2. No pun intended. Feel better? Okay, all right. I'll pick that up in the morning. It's 1 a.m. right now, and I've lost the puppy, but my blanket seems to be alive. There you are. Okay, here's your middle of the night update. Well, good morning. I somehow survived.
Night 1 is over, Zach's doing his thing, and I want to get to know our new puppy.
All I want to do today is hug and kiss you and play. Puppies are great, huh? Bonding day. Aha, she just went in there on her own because she was hungry. Boom. We've just been hanging out in Zach's living room bed all day, just bonding, which is my favorite thing to do. It's not everyone's favorite thing to do. My mom wants to meet her new granddog, so she's here and I'm gonna introduce them. I'm so excited. You're gonna love my mom. Yay! What do you think? Is she smaller than you expected?
While I'm hanging out with my mom, Zach returned from his daily walk with Inertia. The puppy's still a little wary of Inertia. Hopefully she'll become more confident with her within the next few days.
Inertia is a pretty good judge of a dog's comfort level, so it looks like she's pretty happy to give the puppy some space. Good job, Inertia. I like how Inertia's like backing off, like sniffing her and then giving her space rather than overwhelming her. Come here, you want to say hi? Okay. Back up. Good. I need to show her that Inertia is stable. And I think when the puppy realizes that Inertia is respectful, she'll become a little bit more confident around her.
Mom and I are gonna eat. I'm gonna see if I can show her how to be good. I brought a bed and I'm gonna give her first ever yak cheese. Let's see. Hopefully this will work. So far so good. Good girl.
So the puppy's had a few hours to adjust today, and I gotta tell you, I'm just chomping at the bit to teach this puppy stuff. Oh my goodness. Man, she's so full of energy already. So I've got a hungry puppy here. She had a good night's sleep, and I'm hoping to get like some informal training in with her. I don't want to come on too strong with her. And I think one of the neat things about a series like this is that we literally get to train a dog language. From day one, you'll see how I teach her every word and skill. The first word that I like to teach a dog is yes. I mean, you know, we'll be using a lot of that. Yes. I'm gonna feed her with her meal today. Yes. I don't care if she's sitting or not. She happened to be sitting there. My understanding is she hasn't been taught to sit. Yes. Right now we're teaching her yes equals something she likes. Now, don't be fooled into thinking that yes will always mean only a treat, and that's the only way to reinforce her. We'll look for many ways to reinforce good behavior. Food is just one way. Yes. Let me let her get distracted for a second and see if she's internalizing the word yes or if we have any indication of that. Yes. A little bit. All right, I feel pretty good. I think she's starting to get it. I mean, every dog needs to know how to sit. Yes. Why did I say yes there? She didn't sit, right? In fact, she jumped towards it. Yes. I just like the fact that she's being really engaged right now. And I've got 100 million treats here, which are her meals, so that's a lot of opportunity to teach her something. I'm just focusing on luring. And see, a lot of dogs do this when you try to lure them. Like if you take your stereotypical lab or lab mix and you try and lure them like that, very often their butt will just go right into the ground. But with a smaller dog like this, I've noticed they're more likely to jump up after the treat. So let me start to increase the criteria. In other words, I'm not going to treat her now when she jumps up. Rather than pushing her to the point where she jumps up, yes, just that slight lean back is something that I want to acknowledge. Yes, almost. Not perfect, but you can see we're trying. Even though I was tolerant of it just a second ago, now I want to show her how to think a little bit more. I gotta be careful here. You see how I'm pulling away, right? I'm pulling away as if to say, no, that's not what I'm looking for. But I also want to avoid risking making her too frustrated by continually pulling away. That's a form of punishment to her. And ideally, wherever we can avoid that, we want to. One of the reasons that I lean so heavily towards positive reinforcement training like this is that it tends to really keep a dog engaged and interested in training. Yes. Wow. It looked like she was thinking about sitting on her own. You know what? What if I just wait for a second? I noticed she offered to sit earlier. Yes. I'm gonna give her a whole bunch right there, especially now that she's holding it. And I'd like her to understand that sit means sit until we say O and K. So I'm going to teach her what okay means by doing, here, okay. Yes, wow, look at that. So here's a case where luring her wasn't really working out. Yes. Okay. Yes. And really just kind of waiting for her to hit the position. A lot of dogs will go into a sit naturally like that. So that's okay. There's more than one way to accomplish something. So you can see her brainstorming. She's like, it was working so well a minute ago. What do I have to do to get that food? Yes. Yes. And right here, I'm saying yes for holding position. And here, okay. Okay, yes. She's learning the word yes, she's learning the word okay. I think we're off to a pretty good start here. I haven't said the word SIT at all either. That's less important right now. Sit. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right, I feel great about that. Now, you might notice she's still on this collar and this leash. That's not ideal, especially for puppies. Ideally, we want them to be in a harness because they're so fragile and you don't want inadvertent tension around their neck. But I'm told from her foster home, they tried to put a harness on her and it went terribly and she really didn't like it. So she probably already has a bit of an affiliation with that harness. I'm gonna take the leash off right now. I have her attention pretty willingly, so let's take that off. And harness. Yes. See how she offered the sit? That's what you're gonna see. Most of these behaviors we teach dogs don't just exist for a particular purpose. They tend to be stacked on top of each other. Yes. Why did I do that? Letting her smell the harness, just check it out. Yes. Rather than just powering through and putting it on her. Yes. Yes. Again, letting it come right off of her. Just trying to get her comfortable with that feeling. Yes. Started to resist a little bit. Yes. Good girl. Oops. Yes. Started to resist there when I went to buckle it, so I let go because we've come this far. The last thing we want to do is just force it if she's good girl. Nice. Sit. Yes. Good girl. And this is a great way to give your puppy a meal. I think you're a smart dog. I think you might actually be smart.
Oh my God, you got the Zach George seal of smartness.
Let's not get too crazy now. Sit. Yes. Yes. See how we're not letting her even break sit right now? And by not letting her, I mean anytime she's not in that position, unless I've said O and K, she's not getting a treat. And she's catching on super quick. Yes. Yes. She might be a genius. I don't want to throw too much at her. It is only day one. Basically, sit and okay, looking great. Her harness is on her. Okay. Yes. There it is. Playing is one of the best ways that I know of to build a bond with a dog, and that is by far the first priority, particularly with a new dog. Building trust with one another. Yeah, I love the little return there. Goodness. Playing is one of the easier ways to reinforce behavior we like as well. So, I mean, I just wanted to keep it super light for training today, but training is more than just obedience skills like this. Training is about socializing our dogs to the world, which we intend to do in a pretty big way with her. Yeah, I want to go see how she does outside just in general.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're gonna go outside. Everything the light touches is your kingdom. I'm carrying her right now just so we can go get settled and let her sniff around over here, but you can already see how her demeanor has changed. She's looking around, and yeah, she's fully vaccinated, so she's approved to be out here. A big part of socializing a puppy is getting them used to different textures. That means this grass, smelling the wind. We have a lovely breeze coming off the water here. You can hear a buzzing dragonfly. Come on, do you wanna go? Let's see if she follows. That's pretty nice. I like how confident she looks in the grass here. I couldn't be more pleased with how she's doing on her leash here. This is the first time on a leash and harness. We even have a little tension there and she's not freaking out. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we were sensitive to that and we're trying to look at it from her perspective and create these pleasant associations with a leash and collar. So here she sees a jogger, first time. She's like, what the heck? What is that about? Like almost everything they see is new. Yes. And here, I mean, I tried to give her a treat to let her know her behavior was good, that she's not overreacting, but she's like, I don't care about that. I don't know, let's see. Yes. I'm acknowledging that she just paid attention to me and walked back over here. Let's see if she wants it. She may be too overwhelmed for a treat, and she is right now. She's overstimulated. So rather than focus on treats here, we're just gonna let her look around. Maybe I can keep her moving. I'm intentionally off the beaten path here because I don't want her to get surprised by bikes at close range or anything like that that might be perceived as something scary to her. When dogs find an environment overwhelming or distracting, really one of the best ways to overcome that is just by giving them a lot of experience in that environment. So just spending time out here chilling, letting her see stuff. We call this screensaver training. So it's really just an opportunity to come out here, smell, hear, feel the world. And so what am I looking for out here? I'm looking for indicators of things that might cause her to be thrown off or things that she might enjoy. Looking to check out her overall demeanor. Does she appear comfortable? Does she appear stressed out? So far, she's appearing pretty normal. Okay. Oops, there we go. That was good. I noticed her looking at the bike. Leave it to me to try and steal a, don't pay attention to the bike, pay attention to me and let's keep moving. I didn't want her to think about it too much because I didn't want to risk a total outburst. I'm gonna get another opportunity here though. Hey.
She likes those bikes.
Is that Dennis? Yes. Out here, I'm giving her treats from time to time. Again, just trying to test and see how receptive she is in public. And sometimes she's into them and sometimes she isn't. And that's normal. People will often say, hey, my dog isn't treat motivated, and what do I do to reinforce things if they won't take a treat from me? And that's one of the reasons I like to mention that positive reinforcement training isn't just about giving them treats. Right now, her environment is reinforcing. Let her enjoy the environment if that's something she's more interested in at that given moment. And look at her just trying to process everything. I can't even imagine what it must be like from their perspective. Our job is to just reassure them and get them comfortable with it and do the best we can to help them enjoy this wonderful world that they live in.
Hey guys, I figured I would be in this too.
Bree is really trying to claim Veronica as her own.
I mean, trying. I found her, I chose her, I named her.
Yeah, her name is Veronica. We have decided that since this morning, I guess.
Yes, yeah, I picked a name. What do you think? Do you guys like Veronica? I know you will tell me your thoughts. I'm actually curious.
That's the thing that I can't get over, really, is how many things have changed in her short life. I mean, going at this pace, she's got to be really thrown off by just about everything. Mm-hmm. I think one thing that makes this series really different than the ones we've shot over the last few years is we have a really limited amount of time to prepare her for our next venture, which is going to be really exciting. I'm not ready to talk about it yet, but I will be ready to talk about it soon. But anyway, I think it's a pretty good first 24 hours. Exhausting for you, mildly exhausting for me, though not as much.
Well, I enjoyed today. I'm really happy that the most important part of the first few days of having a dog is getting them comfortable and bonding, because all I wanted to do today was get comfortable and bond. So that worked out for me.
Well, what do you feel like you learned about her today?
I feel like she's a lot of what I was expecting her to be, and I'm happy about that. Although at this point, you know, once you adopt a dog, you love the dog you get, and they're never exactly what you think. I really feel like she is in shock from all of the changes that have happened to her, and so I feel like we do not know the real Veronica at all yet, and I'm interested to see what happens over the next few days or week or however long it takes.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, what I've learned about her so far is that she seems smart, but she's guarded about interacting with new things. But in my job, training dogs, you have to always be really flexible, be ready to alter your game plan when things aren't going as expected. And I'm sure we'll see many examples of that throughout this series. But I think this is going to be a pretty good series.
I'm just taking selfies.
Full disclosure, we only have a little bit of time before we turn this series and our life upside down. And if you're a new puppy parent, sign up for your PupBox subscription. I'll have a link below. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram, and check out both of my books that I've written as well. It's going to be a series like nothing we have ever done. We'll see you in episode 2.